Hello to my Leos. So you all said that your video lost some sound. So my apologies for that. And make sure we're gonna try to keep this short and sweet, or as however long source wants this video to be, however long source wants this video to be. All right. So let's get into it, Leos. Let's get right into it. Let's see what's going on with your cards. Everything I learn will be used for my life's purpose. Okay. That's the intention. So we're getting closer and closer to a full moon. So full moon, your energy level starts to get increased, right? Because you're being fully illuminated, right? So we know that you're ruled by the sun. So the sun sits behind the moon. So it sits behind your intuition, your secrets, how people secretly feel about you. So your intuition is becoming heightened. Your energy level is becoming heightened. That means you're shining brighter. People are feeling some kind of way, you're feeling some kind of way. So it's really exposing how you feel about the things that you prayed about. So your excitement level is peaking, but now you're becoming more aware of it. You're becoming more comfortable in your confidence and just being a Leo, right? And people are aware of your confidence level, right? And that's why I always say on my channel, turn down for what, right? And so if you are a Leo where people have been trying to tell you, oh, you need to tone that down a little bit. Mm-mm. Be in full Leo mode, because it's going to expose how people feel about their confidence. It's going to expose who they're around, right? And so this is going to be the last year. I'm telling y'all, this is going to be the last year that you're going to tone it down. For real. You no longer going to want to be around people who just you're going to inspire people, but you're going to start setting limits. You're going to start setting limits. And this is not you being mean spirited at all. It's just like, like I said, you trying to travel, you trying to go places, you trying to do stuff, right? You all rule fifth house is a 724. Travel experience brings growth, right? And so you trying to stamp some passports, you trying to go places, you trying to do this, you trying to do that, you trying to learn new things. So there is an adventure awaiting you, and it's in your highest good to pursue it. So in context and environments, your angels will bestow wisdom upon you. So where do you want to go? Plan a trip or adventure, no matter how small, and know that it's never a waste of time to see and experience new things. Even if you can't go on a trip now, make a vision board and of a future experience in full living color, so you can be reminded of your goal every day. I mean, some people, they want to stunt your growth. So you say you want to go somewhere, you start speaking. So this is throat chakra. You start manifesting things through, I've been planning on going so and so. They on the dark side of the number 7. They asking why, and you speaking things into existence. They asking why, so they go right into disrupting your peace. Because something for them, number 4, they see something as their way to the highway. You start, listen, you're a Leo. Your ideas are big as the sun. You start talking about, I want a big house, I want the big this. Like, why you want all of that? They start saying you money hungry, and you manifesting stuff. You speaking some things into existence. You can't take it with you. So it's saying, y'all know what I'm saying, right? Not like you're doing anything. It's not that you're, and we're talking about legal. We're not talking about anything illegal. Let's just keep it high vibrational. Let's keep it high vibrational. Let's keep it legal. Legal, okay? High vibrational, meaning you worked hard. You worked hard for what you did, what you're doing, right? You're saying you're traveling. All of these discounts out here, like people that like belong to travel groups. I saw something online the other day. This person got their like a travel agent, something, and got like a discount or whatever. But somebody's a druid, a kind of malevolent nocturnal spirit associated with nightmares. So new love awaits, right? So source is saying to you, like, You want to hang out with people who like to travel, who like to hear about, like, if you're a person who likes to hear about discounts, like, hear about, like, okay, well, you don't have to pay full price. Like, it doesn't matter how rich you are, no matter how much money you have, you want to hear about a discount, like, quality discount, like that kind of thing. Who's whatever, I don't know who you are, but anyway, where you're not having to pay full price for everything. Maybe splurge every now and then. But new love awaits for somebody. Somebody's closing something out, something you've been manifesting. But somebody is, like I said, you're speaking things into existence. And somebody just doesn't want to be around energies who's just still talking the same, stuff you've been talking about when you were, make room for a new blessing. Yeah. You're healing from the pain that somebody caused. You have a new attitude. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you have a whole new attitude. I feel like somebody could be you have the gift of clairaudience, and somebody still cannot stop talking about their ex. And while you get it, that something could have been traumatic. Um, it may also, like I said before, words are spells. When somebody keeps saying the same thing over and over and over again, they don't realize they're putting a spell on themselves. And so maybe it's time to talk about something else, like do the mirror work. Maybe it's time to put something down and the list is some pros and cons, and start tossing some things into a burning bowl and start making some new list as well, right? And maybe it's time to get rid of some physical, because all of that stuff, that even the physical stuff holds energy, right? All of that stuff is energy. Get rid of some of that physical stuff. So dance around your home as if no one is watching, because all of that stuff is energy. The pictures, the this and that, and all of that. Journal your journey. hmm So don't give yourself a headache. Somebody's planning to disrupt your money, backfire. And money, you are money. Like your worth, your self worth. Like, you know how sometimes people will compare you to their ex, and it's not always ex love interest, just so we're crystal clear. So somebody may say, let's say it's you and a friend, right? Somebody could have said, like, oh, I used to travel with my old best friend. Let's say it's platonic. Like, oh, me and my old best friend, we used to always go to this spot whenever we used to travel as such and such. We used to get this kind of ice cream, or we used to get this kind of food or whatever. Well, you're not them. So it would make you feel some kind of way. So anyway, yeah, so you're doing the mirror work. It almost makes you feel like they wanted a carbon copy of somebody else. It just that's kind of creepy. But anyway, so like I said, you can be imitated, but you can't be duplicated. You're you. I mean, you're you. So anyway, so you're journaling your journey. You're dancing around as if no one is watching, but somebody's ex wants to return. I mean, what is all this ex stuff? I mean, but anyway, the new one is extra special. Okay, fun times ahead, Leo. Let's go. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Fun times ahead. So let's get to the fun times. Let's get it. Let's get to the fun times, child. Let's get to the fun times. We on nightmares over. So you got some clear listening going on. You dancing around the home as if no one is watching. Let's see. Travel times. Where we going? Let's get the passport stamped. Let's see. Let's see. You are protected and loved. Make a list of pros and cons. Spin that globe around. Let's see. Point. Where you going? So anyway, everything you learn will be used for your life's purpose. So you got big money coming across your path. So nice. I'm saying financial independence. something is definitely you. Somebody's definitely thinking about your legacy. Like, what do you want your legacy to be, right? So if somebody has love coming across their path, I love it. Some kind of a partnership in business and or in love. You're not looking down on them. They're not looking down on you. So of course, now that you got partnership coming across your path, my excellence. Listen, and I'm talking to a man or woman. It doesn't really matter. So X is not just X love interest. Some of your ex friends want to come back around because they want to talk about the same old stuff. They want to keep you chained to them. So they want to almost live vicariously through you. They want to talk about the same stuff, and you're trying to travel. And so remember that news is going to travel too, right? That news is going to travel of where you're going, and it's traveling through the air, who you're with, all of this other stuff. So you got a lot of things to consider. Oh, guess what? Leo is now dating so and so. They every time you turn around, they hopping on and off planes. They doing this and that. It's traveling, right? So consider that while you're pouring into yourself, living a soft life, right? Here's the Seven of Cups here. Yeah, a snake is a snake. It just got bigger. So something is closed out, and so somebody thinking that somebody got away with something, and so source is saying to you, keep your vibrations high because nobody ever gets away with anything. The devil is in the details. The source is saying some people consider you as a snake, some people consider other people as a snake, but remember you had a Kundalini experience because that's also a snake. Source is saying you can look at it as like Moses' staff snake, or you can look at it as like the Garden of Eden snake. Both of them is you had an experience, somebody else could have had an experience. It's how you look at it. Really a matter of perspective. To some people, you're going to seem like a high vibrating Leo. Some people, you're going to seem like a low vibrating Leo. Whatever. All that matters is who you see when you look in the mirror. Who are you? That's all that matters. But it looked like to me somebody need to be racing to the airport. But it looks like who you're reflecting, like who are you connected to. That's what this looks like. The source is saying while you're traveling, also news is traveling of something too. Some kind of news is reflective, like who you're connected to, the physical energies that you're connected to, right? And you learning how to rise above the judgment because some energies are obsessed. Some energies were obsessed. Yeah, yeah. hmm Energies are obsessed with bringing down judgment on some energies. They look in multiple streams of income, of linking up, like keeping some kind of tie with some energies. It's like just obsessed with making money around the world. hmm So, um, so source is saying to you, you're trying to detach from any kind of confusion in some way, shape, form, or fashion. If something has just been overwhelming, something has just been really, really overwhelming. Um, it's just been overwhelming. Something has been really, really overwhelming. Something is closed out, but something has been very overwhelming. Something is closed. Well, hmm so you're learning how to let source fight your battles, but something has just been overwhelming. hmm hmm So anyway, the you it looks like there's a Sagittarius It looks like there's a Sagittarius in the midst of something. Whoever the Sagittarius is. From church. And they're sending a message. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But that's enlightening. That's just kind of enlightening some energies. But Source is saying to you, somebody's glad that everything is just behind them. Of just like the talks, some kind of talks. Yeah. Somebody's glad that everything is behind some energies. But again, somebody's learning how to do the mirror work. Somebody's learning how to do the mirror work. And again, when we talk about zodiac signs, remember we talk about fifth house, even for the cross watchers here. Somebody is learning how to travel, whether plane, train, bus, automobile, whatever. But Four of Pentacles here. Two people are learning how to be more conservative, you know, like I said, with their time. And Knight of Wands here. Like I said, you had two people who wanted to prove a point. Here we have the Knight of Cups here. Let me see. 7, 3, 9, 8. Yeah, two people wanted to prove a point by sending something all around the world. So it looks like two people wanted to hurt some people. So anyway, when I do readings, when I'm saying zodiac signs, I'm connecting them to the houses. So when I'm saying Leo, I'm saying fifth house. So whatever if you're a cross watcher, I'm not saying necessarily your sun sign has to be a Leo. It could be your moon, it could be your rising, Venus, wherever. So I'm connecting Leo with your fifth house. So fifth house speaks to romance, creativity, children, projects, what makes you feel good, self-expression, your hobbies. That's what I'm connecting Leo with. Okay, so that's cross watchers as well. Look at your birth chart, so that can be any zodiac sign. You can be from Aries all the way down to Pisces. No matter what you are, that's how I conduct my reading. So whatever your zodiac sign is, somebody feels things in their back, their back and in their stomach area very, very deeply. But whoever you are, two energies wanted to bring judgment down on you and somebody else. They wanted to bring judgment down on you and somebody else. So this is somebody's ex. This is an ex couple. They did a lot of things behind your back. They made something about them. They did quite a few things. They did some things in court. They basically followed you and somebody around the world. A couple followed you and somebody around the world, gathering stuff. They were not going to stop until they literally traveled around the world until they got enough information to journal everything, connected with everybody. I mean, until they can compiled all this stuff to send stuff around the world, obsessed, right? To bring a tower down on you and someone else. So to create something. So anyway, the new one for somebody is extra special. They got a lot of people to do this. They wanted something to be seen around the world for you and somebody. They want to make sure that nobody else would want you and somebody else. But that's not how it was planned. That's not how God planned it. because now somebody's ex wants to return. So you know that's not how God planned it, because somebody's ex wants to return, but God planned it for you to have a new one extra. So yeah, go figure. The key. So all you do with ease and enthusiasm is the path to your goal. Actions is secondary. Make the energy within the primary focus. Do not underestimate the little joys. So I don't know whose ex this is. It's ex friend, ex whomever, but somebody was playing God in your life, and God said, "Mm-mm." Where these energies were, they were playing God in your life, and Source is like, "Nope." So Source had to move some energies out of your way, whether these were ex friends who were mad at you, or your so-called ex-friends who wanted to hurt you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Source, because somebody is getting married. Somebody, whoever this is, somebody's getting, your person is coming across your path, and they would not do this. Whoever your friend, whoever these energies are, um, but like they thought that you deserved to be humiliated. Whoever these energies are thought you deserved to be humiliated, and Source saying, um, as if you had not been humiliated enough. Whoever these energies are, like they, as if you had not been through enough humiliation rituals. You and somebody else had already been through enough. That's what I'm saying. Like people who do this kind of stuff, they don't know what people have gone through already. So whoever this is, that's what I said. Do the mirror work. Do the mirror work. All somebody saw was a big payday. That's all they saw was a big payday. Nobody even thought to say, wait a minute, hold on. You don't know what these people have been through. But anywho, that's what somebody wanted to do. And so what I'm looking at here, whatever this is, so let's turn it around anyway. But that is what I see. That is what I see for you. So this is your bonus video, Leos. So people are motivated by different things. Something is closed out. And that is what it is. That is what it is. All right. Bye.